Oh boy, guys, this is Frontier Development, the British gaming company. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is really 100 British pound. And 2 days later, it is 500, what is it, 506 British pound, guys. So, oh boy, and only today alone, 11.69%. So, welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and financial markets, the stock market. And today we talk about Frontier Development, which had a huge drop on the 9th of January, guys. The 9th of January, guys. And I don't think that's a split. So I was checking everything. What's going on? Is this a split? Is this a split? No, I think that's for real, guys. I think that's for real. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but my my little research tells me this is for real, and that's hefty. That's hefty. So I can also put a let's say a 1 year chart. Oh, let's go for the 5 year chart. So this is how Frontier Development looks right now. Looks right now here. The big drop, the big gap that has been created, and since then it even fell more. 67 pounds even more it fell today. So I mean, sure, this company is a volatile company. I mean, if you look at this, it went up to 3,400. So what the heck? Seriously, completely overvalued at this point, of course, 3,400. But where is the value? Where is the value in this company? And what is the real price tag for a company like this? But from here, everything is possible. So, guys, also a little disclaimer: I'm not invested in Frontier Development, and I'm not a Guys, I got so confused. So this is so shocking. So I told you so. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a retail investor, a YouTuber, and this is for infotainment. So information, entertainment purposes only. Please don't buy anything I'm talking about on my channel. So guys, let's continue. All right. So this is the chart we see. So probably this stock is going to continue, because if something falls like this as a bleeding knife, then you can always expect it's falling more, and then maybe we're going to see at one point a price that's a little bit more interesting. But in order to know this, I would say let's jump to the Frontier Development page here, also on Google Finance. I have to say that those numbers are not up to date, unfortunately not up to date, so we have to wait a little bit. But here we can also see now how much it was dropping. So 45% it dropped, 45%. So that's pretty harsh for each company dropping like this. So if a company actually drops like this, it's mostly going in a completely different world. So I'm very sorry, guys. I'm very sorry for everyone that's invested in this company. So UK game maker Frontier Development share price plunges 42%. And if we look on an annual basis, hey, we had a revenue growth for 2022 also here expected. Revenue growth of 25%. I mean, guys, that's good. Sure, operating expenses went up. Net income from year on year went down, of course. The net income here, that's the yellow net income, 21 million, and then it was 9.6 million. So let's say 50% down. All right, net profit margin then also down. So, but that's normal. This is for all the gaming companies in 2022. This was okay. I don't see anything bad here. It's an old company from 94. It's in England. So we can also look at the balance sheet, or effective tax rate is now 919%. Okay, minus. So that's really weird. So cash flow, we see cash and short-term investments down. Total liabilities went up a little bit. So cash and short-term investments. Total assets 169. So that's good. Total equity price to book 1.88. But the cash flow here we see minus cash flow the last 2 years, pretty bad. So, but a little bit less bad than in 21. So, but 21 was already the year it started to change. So 22 was the pandemic year, as we all know. Cash from financing, net cash in there. So, but are those numbers are not really valuable for us right now, so we cannot really live with this. So here Bloomberg says it. Formula 1 manager game maker plunges 42% as weak sales sent warning. Profit warnings bodes ill for Ubisoft, EA, Mirrorboard says. That's the point, guys. If something happens like this, it's getting bad for everyone. So it's also a micro cap, 214 British pound, million British pound. Here a 22 PE ratio. So, but I would say, I would be very interesting if we get a new PE ratio. I mean, 24 here, 24. So because I mean, we should have a PE ratio. We have a positive net income, I guess. All right, but we have also some real numbers, guys. So before I go to the real numbers, I'm also going to check to show you what games they are developing. Because I think my channel, the added value of my channel is that I link the gaming companies, the stock, the analysis of the stock, also with a heart and the mind of a gamer. I think that's very important because very often you have just a financial analyst saying something. I'm not a financial analyst, obviously, and then they don't really have the mind of a gamer. So I'm definitely also a gamer, guys. I have over 4,000 games on Steam, so please bear with me. And we see here Jurassic World Evolution. I didn't buy this game yet. I think it was too expensive. Formula 1 Manager 2. I mean, it has a 69% positive rating, very positively rated. Online now, 2,000 people, so followers 35,000. So that's all decent, and the price is 55 euros. It's not too expensive. It's not too expensive. So stupid this game. So sure, you always have some people that are angry, but that's all decent, guys. That's all decent. Far Changing Tides. I have this game. Stranded. This is a new game they were releasing. So what's wrong now here? I don't understand. So came out in early access. Very positive rated, 83% positive. And we have only 944 people online now, and we have followers 48,000. That's okay. Well, I would say from a gamer's perspective, sorry, we don't need another survival base building title. So we really don't need it. So please don't make more of those games. We don't need them. We really don't need them. But make more good single player games. I mean, that's my recommendation now. Make more single player games. So, and also have some single player games, and also the Planet Zoo or Jurassic World are single player games. So Elite Dangerous, also good game. So all those games they're decent games. They have their fans. So, and I have to say, when I look on the 5-year chart, guys, I don't understand. To be honest, I don't understand over £3,000. I mean, this was crazy in 2021, but this was the bubble. So let's look where we have been before the pandemic. So we were at the high at 2020. So then from the high in before the pandemic, we are now 61% down. That's also extremely high. So 29, we had a low, and from the low in 29, we are 29% down. All right, so already seeing that it's a little bit better. So 20, so oh my god. And we started trading in 2014. So all the early investors are up 237%. So the bubble popped. I mean, you can say this about the Frontier Developments. I don't want any harm to this company. And I actually think this company is getting interesting, guys. It's getting interesting for me if we see even more and see even a higher drop in the price. What I don't like with the British companies, they always, you have to like buy them for an extreme high pound price already. So therefore, guys, or GBX is this pence? You tell me. So if I have a viewer from Great Britain, so I'm not buying a lot of British companies. But yeah, guys, that's so crazy. That's really crazy. I have to say this. So all right, so let's go here. Frontier trading update notice. I can show you immediately what the CEO says. The CEO, Johnny Ward's Frontier CEO, says it is very disappointing to be resetting our financial expectations. As CEO, I'm driving a change in emphasis to increase focus on our core strength and skills, with particular attention to increasing the return on investment that we achieve from our world-class teams. We intend to grow the number of our development teams to increase the cadence of new releases, wishlist, continuing to nurture our existing portfolio to achieve sustainable growth. Sounds okay. he's disappointed. But if something not working out, you always have a CEO, you have to take the blame. I mean, that's important. It's okay what he writes. So we have created a strong portfolio of games, and we continue to learn and respond to challenges as we expand and nurture our portfolio. I'm grateful to our talented people. Blah, 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 blah. Current trading outlook. So let's see if I can zoom in a little bit, guys, that we all see a bit better. So current trading outlook. Based on the lower than expected sales contribution of Formula 1 Manager 2022, the general sales underperformance across the whole portfolio during the holiday period, and the uncertain contributions from Foundry in the remainder of fiscal year 23, the board no longer expects to achieve the financial year 23 market consensus forecast for revenue and IFRS operating profit being £135 million and 90 million respectively. The outturn over the 5 remaining months of the financial year is dependent on a number of variables, including the timing and contribution from the scheduled Foundry releases and the macroeconomic environment. Yeah. Don't blame the macroeconomic environment. There are also some gaming companies that did well, so I'm just saying. The board believes it is still possible to surpass last year's record revenue performance, 140 million. Congratulations, particularly if one of the upcoming Foundry titles is a conspicuous success. So that's now a hypothesis. So we have, if it's going to be a success, of course, then it's possible. However, given the number of variables and the more challenging economic outlook, the board's revised expectation is to deliver revenue of not less than 100 million. So not 140 million from last year. And now it's less than 100 million. So profitability will be adversely affected by the revised lower level of sales performance. The board believes that a revenue outcome of £100 million would deliver an IFRS operating profit margin of around 2%. So profit of 2 million, huh? Yeah, that's not a lot, guys. So, whilst achieving 114 million of revenue would deliver a margin of approximately 9%. Now that's already a bit better. Looking further ahead into fiscal year 24, which will benefit from Frontier's Warhammer Age of Sigmar real-time strategy game and Formula 1 Manager 23, obviously a new Formula 1 Manager coming out, the board has set its expectations for revenue growth at 5% above the eventual revenue outcome of fiscal year 23 in light of current market and portfolio uncertainties and the absence of new titles from Foundry releasing. Sounds not good, guys, but here Frontier Foundry, our games labeled for publishing games developed by partner studios, which we started in summer 2019 with the signing of experienced developer Hemimon Games based in Bulgaria. During this financial year, we successfully released Hemimon's Stranded Alien Dawn into early access and announced 2 new games for release in early calendar, Deliver Us Mars, I like Deliver Us Moon a lot, and The Great War. Following the successful release of Warhammer 40,000 KO Gate, Demon Hunter in May 2022, we were pleased to complete the acquisition of developer Complex Games. The closer collaboration achieved through the pre-acquisition process and subsequent deal completion can be evidenced by the successful release of PDLC for Warhammer 40,000, which increased player engagement with the game, blah 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 blah. So, supported 8 different games to date, with 6 release games and 2 titles launching in the next few months. Given our mixed experience with third-party publishing in terms of financial success to date, we are assessing our strategy for Foundry in light of such experiences and competitive trends in the market. In particular, we are reviewing the return on investment achieved by Foundry, meaning the publishing, they might not be so interested in publishing anymore, if I understand this correctly. Whilst we remain committed to and excited by the titles currently in development for release, we currently do not have any Foundry titles scheduled for release in 24, so they don't like this new model, so they are rethinking this. So existing portfolio, Planet Coaster, Jurassic World, Elite Dangerous. As expected, the strongest performers from our existing portfolio in the financial year to date have been Jurassic World Evolution and Planet Zoo, which continue to be supported with free updates and multiple paid downloadable content. So DLCs you call now PDLCs. So we learned something new here. So Portfolio update. Formula 1 Manager is obviously their most important game. Over 600,000 units have been sold to date across PC, Xbox, PlayStation, including both digital and physical unit sales on console. Metacritic ratings 74/80 across the 3 platforms. That's not so good. This has to become better. Player engagement at release. Yeah, everything in line. So unfortunately, sales performance during key holiday season, price promotions fell material below original expectations, potentially due in part to increased player price sensitivity related to worsening economic conditions. That's so difficult to say. I really don't know if this is really correct, because if a game is extremely good, people still buy those games, and people buy a lot of games on the Steam sales, etc. So I don't know. That's very difficult. So I mean, I make your game a little bit cheaper, but then of course your margin goes down. Let's scroll up. So here, Frontier financial performance. Yeah, but they had a growth of 16%. Strong balance sheet, they say. Yeah. Doesn't sound so bad. It doesn't sound so bad. If you read it always, you think like it doesn't sound so bad. And then if you go and look at the chart, and I guess if you don't see here that the net change in cash probably went down massively, total liabilities up, total assets. So, but we see revenue, well, falling under 100 million. That means but then in 2021, if you look at the chart, was not that bad. So the whole economic situation has an impact, obviously, also on the company. So net income, what is then now the net income then for the net income now for the third? Is it the third quarter? Let's see again. Yeah. What is the net income for the third quarter, guys? Or for the whole fiscal year? So trading update notice for the whole fiscal year. For the whole semester. Yeah, that's then the big question. Are we going down in the net income and the cash flow? So obviously that's the question we have to resolve, and I don't find really a lot of information. Otherwise we have to dig a little bit deeper, and if you're interested, of course, I cannot cover everything. Oh my god, already 70 minutes, guys, I told you so. Then I recommend you to go here on Frontier Development, and we see actually here presentation, a huge presentation of financial highlights. We see successful release of Jurassic World Evolution 2. So that's the financial highlights for 2022 in general. So not for a special quarter or semester. So half year. Together with the ongoing performance of our established portfolio of genre-leading games, and our foundry titles delivered record revenue of 114 million. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing now. 140 million in 2022. Growth of 26%. And over 90 million in 21. So operating profit was reduced to 1.5 million following the previous announced one-off non-cash accounting charge following the underperformance of the major Elite Dangerous Odyssey expansion. Cash resources remain strong. Million reduction, and then so okay, where's the negativity then? Let's go. I mean, guys, I know you want the financial numbers. That's important for you. That's important for you. I understand this, guys. Record revenue performance. So is he saying anything negative here? But it's the annual report of the accounts of 2022. Okay, we have to dig deeper here, guys. We have to dig deeper here into the text, and then we might find out a little bit more what the issue is. But here's he measuring our performance. So everything nicely up. Operating profit, all right. Operating profit, I see here, is massively down to 1.5 million. Operating margin also. Now I get it. So the margin is down from 22 to 1. Oh my god, what's going on there? So, all right, additional performance measures. So, I like their report. I like the report, guys. I mean, they give you really 90 pages here, with a lot of numbers, a lot of information, and that's very good, guys. This is very good. So absolutely loving this, to be honest. And I'm actually interested to dig a little bit deeper here to find out a little bit more. Here we have an article on Yahoo Finance investing. Company said it does not plan to deliver revenue of no less than 100 million. Well below analyst expectations. Sales came in. Okay, sorry guys. So the 100 million is for 23, and everything we've seen with the 114 million was for 22. Now you're saying, oh, Mr. Orange, you're so complicated. Yeah, sorry guys. All right. Revised outlook comes after demand for Formula 1 manager fell materially below its anticipated level, while sales of other titles like Planet Coaster and Jurassic World Evolution also missed estimates. The firm said sales were hit by elevated prices, waning on players' purchase. Sorry, I'm not British, obviously. It is also studying a review of the return on investment from its Frontier Foundry. So I think we got all the information. So 23 is expected to be not good. Guys, this is going to have an impact on other gaming companies. I mean, I can already feel it, and I will also make another video for this guy. So honestly, Ubisoft was falling today. Already a company that is really has been punished massively. So, but that's what it is. So that's investing. So you see, if you were buying Frontier Development for 2,300, then you really lost a lot of money right now. So therefore I'm always saying, so you can lose all your money. No, maybe not all your money, but you can lose a lot of money, and that's the reality, guys. So that's the reality. So look at this. Isn't this a beautiful chart? I mean, it's very sad to see it, but it's a beautiful chart. But company could become interesting if they continue with some of those games. So they don't have so many games that I personally play. I like the Jurassic World Evolution. The other games I don't really play. But who knows, maybe this will be improved in the future. And I remember I was once making also a video about this company, or already about this company. So, but yeah, we never know where the next year is, or 23 is leading us. And 24, of course, when is everything getting better, the stock market better. But we see also the Nasdaq, for example. So just as an example, guys, here, that's the Nasdaq. Still trading nicely above the pandemic heights, or the pre-pandemic time, so that's all good. So I'm not really worried here. But if we now continue to fall and we come back, let's say to 6,800, who knows, everything is possible. But of course, this is not a financial advice, guys. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching this long video again. And if you manage to watch this video so long, then please leave me a like, a comment, or a subscription, and I will continue. And I also promise you to improve my financial analytical skills. At the moment, I'm still learning also a lot myself, but I guess I'm one of the only channels that has this niche going for gaming companies and bringing gaming and financial markets together. So that's my purpose here. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. See you next time, and please don't invest in anything you don't understand. You will lose all your money.